for office in Texas, we'd love to talk to him about that, because that's the sort of pro-business, pro-human thriving, pro-innovation attitude I think I'd like to see from our policymakers. And there are different attitudes from different government entities in the U.S., and I kind of joke about this when people ask what's the biggest difference between, we have a lot of operations in Texas, we also deal with federal regulation. When I come to Washington, the question is usually, why should we let you do this? And then I go to Texas and it's, how can we help? Right? So I think the U.S. needs to be leaning more in that latter direction, rather than having regulators sort of struggling to get their piece of the territory, which often can happen. I do think, when I was at Treasury, where we worked on the concept of regulatory sandboxes and allowing new ideas to thrive, and not always just assuming the worst or looking first at risks, but you also have to look at the benefits. So sort of an attitude shift, and then there are downstream policies from that. We've seen a lot of hostility from the SEC here in the U.S. We had litigation against the Energy Department. Banking regulators have been a little bit difficult for the industry. So I think that attitude shift, broadly based across government entities, would be very helpful for positioning the U.S. to win this competition going forward.
That makes sense. So let's go to closing thoughts, starting with you, Dr. Marwan.
So I encourage everyone here to actually take that leap of faith and really come to Dubai and experience Dubai firsthand, and experience how the crypto industry is doing there, how Bitcoin mining is done there, how everything to do with this space, with technology in general. And the best place to come to Dubai is actually in October. We have the world's biggest tech conference called GITEX, Gulf Information Technology Exhibition, as well as Future Blockchain Summit, where we do not talk about how crypto is right now, but how do we perceive crypto in the next 10 years. So you owe it to yourself to come to Dubai, you owe it to yourself to come in October this year and experience this firsthand, not through hearsay, but through you experiencing it, and really coming to the where thought leaders within this tech space, not only with crypto, but crypto intersection with AI, intersection with big tech, come together to talk and really rub shoulders against thought leaders within the space.
All right. Brian?
Sure. We've made tremendous progress in recent years. It wasn't long ago that President Trump and other policymakers